again, this time through Jennifer to the half-forward line. Underneath the ball is Borlase. Port Adelaide running. 7-9 to 4-5 they lead. Looking for the leads now. Kick number 9. Goes in short and finds on the half-forward line Fiacci.
George Fiacci was 11 minutes into the quarter. Off goes Darren Smith. He's kicked 2 goals to date. Dreher, socket off the ground by Harrison. Oh, here's a chance. Harrison, that opportunity. No, the umpire has paid the push before that. Harrison was alert, seized the ball quickly, but the whistle had gone, and the free kick went to Bradley Ryan. Chips in short to Neville Shaw. He distributes out wide to Carl Herbert, running through centre wing, galloping through, in fact. 12th kick towards half forward. Almost marked by Martin Leslie. Taken off hands by Clayton Lamb. Slapped into goal. A great shot. Oh, great goal, Clayton Lamb.
Begin transmission. Do you copy?
May not listen. You can use. Deal on the future. May not road.
Now, fuel-injected Nissan Skyline has arrived at the main dealer, Main North Nissan. Pure performance at 75 Main North Road, where Eustace used to be.
Rennie exits for West Adelaide. David Whitwer has come on to replace that player who got an injured leg about a couple of minutes ago. Harvey having a big night for Port Adelaide. John Harvey fires it out in front of Boyd. Well put. Boyd might have too much pace for Burgess. Looks like West Adelaide have moved Burgess away from full-back. The pass was on its way to Fiacci, but is well thumped out of play by Cantalaftis. It looks like that David Whitwer has gone straight to full-back, and Burgess has come out onto a half-back flank or maybe into the back pocket.
Smith gave him a few problems, particularly in that second quarter when they were looking for him, and he kicked a couple of goals and had at least 3 or 4 more shots for goal. So the move has obviously been made. Port Adelaide opened this quarter brilliantly. They got the first 2 goals. After they led by 9 points at half-time. A good crowd in tonight. Witnessing a fine game of football. Port Adelaide undefeated to date in the Escort Cup. Thrashed West Torrens at Whyalla last Sunday by 100 points. And they're showing all the skills again tonight. But they've got a real fight on their hand as the kick by West Adelaide goes to half-forward. Peter Winter, who started in defence and now finds himself in attack, gets the free. Winter puts it in, almost Miller. Here's a chance for Neville Shaw at the back, a snap in towards goal, and he's bottled another one. First to Neville Shaw, and West Adelaide come fighting back 6-5 to the Magpies 7-9.
It was well done there by the West Adelaide full forward and Miller. He got one hand to the ball, and I think that he just pushed it out there in front of Shaw. Now, Shaw looks pretty slow going to meet this ball. He waited for it, and gee, there was plenty of time there, and Hutton almost got a hand to it, but it was a fine snapshot by the recruit for West Adelaide, who's come from Collingwood, and they got a very important 6th goal on the board.
Looks as though he's going to be a real acquisition for them, Ian. Neville Shaw, he's had 10 kicks tonight, and playing in strange surroundings with strange players, I think his effort's been pretty fruitful. Stephen Curtis, the veteran, battles hard. So does Carl Herbert. He got it out in the finish, but not before umpire Schramm had asked for a bounce. So West Adelaide into attack again. They trail at the moment by 10 points. We're almost at the 15-minute mark. They would need to lead at 3/4 time. Kennedy to Michael O'Brien. The kick towards centre wing. Out in front is Borlase under pressure. The tackle was from Whitwer. Fiacci taps it on, but only as far as Clayton Lamb. Now, he and Abernethy had a great duel in the first half. Abernethy is currently off the field. Clayton Lamb may have just shared the honours in that duel, Ian, but gee, both very talented footballers.
I thought Clayton Lamb had the best of him, but Abernethy did some useful things, kicked long into attack. But at the moment, West Adelaide have made changes, some forced on them. They've got Forster on the wing on the outer side. We've told you about Rennie. And Leslie has got that big bandage around his thigh. We think it's a corky rather than a pulled thigh muscle, and he picked up that midway through the second quarter. But West in attack. Lamb gives it to Winter, caught on the left leg. He goes in towards full forward. Harvey against Miller. The ball beats them both over the line for a point. It doesn't beat them both. Now they're going to beat each other. All good friendly stuff. Umpire Darryl Schramm in there, just advising the fellows that, well, cool it. no point in going to have a talk to the commissioner one night.
No, we've had quite a few that have already. Russell Johnson. Played a great game tonight. He's having a rest at the moment. Craig Lummer's on the ground, but Johnson's performance has been very welcome, I would think, by the Port fans. Curtis comes grandstand side at the back cut, and lovely mark over the top of Sean Storer. This young man's a fine, David Hutton. 8th kick. Great mark. There it is again. Good judgment. Kick to half forward, almost Shane Malcolm. And he's going to be a player of the future, no doubt about that. Shane Malcolm. Dreer steadies and kicks it high towards half forward. Put Grosser under the hammer. The fist clear gives Arlen Kennedy the run of the ball. Oh, he had it and lost it. Going to lose it now totally as Larkins seizes on the opportunity. Sends a handball to Forster. Forster onto Harbinson. Harbinson in towards centre half forward. Neville Shaw out in front. Can't control it, but it gives the opportunity to Clayton Lamb, look cleverly around. Now Peter Winter. Shaw backs up again. He's already kicked one in this quarter. Make that
2. Burt Lancaster, Kirk Douglas.
You're the best there ever was.
We are. When you're this good at being bad,
They don't make crooks like they used to.
you just keep on getting better.
I just doing what comes naturally.
Nasty, nasty boys. I don't mean nothing. You nasty boys.
Starts Thursday at Greater Union Hindley Cinemas and 2 suburban drive-ins.
Moving up on 18 minutes, third quarter. West Adelaide make their bid. 3 points down. They're starting to fire a bit. The umpire's going to recall that ball. A bad bounce. At the centre bounce, it will be Lum against Shane Malcolm. Malcolm, a footballer improving with every outing and could have a big year to replace Mark Micken. A huge hole in West Adelaide's armoury. Lamb having a fine game. Whips out the ball there to Bradley Ryan. Kicks high to the half-forward line. The back is Harbinson. Got up high. Couldn't get his foot to it or a hand to it. In there goes Leslie. He takes out Grosser. The umpire doesn't see it that way, and the ball falls out of play. 7-9 plays 7-6.
coming up on 18.5 minutes. Toomey. Peter Winter at the back. Leslie was still with that thigh bandage very heavily, holding the ball. Well, he was pretty severe on him then. Didn't give him much chance. And I'm sure Russell and Eric Freeman would be just a little concerned at the moment. West are going pretty strongly. 8th kick to Toomey. He's gone awfully close. In fact, that may have been a goal. Yes, it is. Oh, great kick. Had to wait a long time for umpire Ray Mills to give the decision. It's the second goal to David Toomey, and West Adelaide have hit the front. Who would have believed that 10 minutes ago? They're 8-6 to Port Adelaide 7-9.
3 in the last 5 minutes. Have a look at it. Gee, it must be awfully close. Players pile up in the square. The umpire right on it. And according to the umpire, who was in a perfect position, the ball was across the line, and he's looking for the all clear from the central umpire.
At the bounce, West Adelaide storming home in this third quarter with the breeze. Lamb's doing good work. Larkins gets it out wide. Audrey got a bad bounce, needed to sit. Phillips away, wobbles one in the direction of Darren Smith. Run down by Burgess and lost it. Good work, Tony Burgess. Scrambled on his hands and knees, and that's fine defensive work. Well done. Craig Williams waiting to come on as Stephen Miller limps towards the interchange area. He's off. And Williams is on. West Adelaide lead by 3 points. It's been a very strong fight back. Burgess again. He's lost it to David Hines. The kick slides off the side of his boot. A race for the ball. Superior pace, Harrison, but he got a bad bounce there. Knocked it into West Adelaide man in Whitwer. Coming clear is Carl Herbert as he drives towards half forward. Peter Winter gets a fist on it. Loose ball. Neville Shaw left it behind. Chance for Port Adelaide. Boyd is caught but gets a handball in the direction of David Hutton. No one to kick to. Out to the open space it goes. Leading in the race is Curtis. Under pressure from Grosser. Close to the line, and it's gone out of play. Torrid passage of play. Jack Cale, the Bloods coach, would be happy with this last 5 or 6 minutes, and that's Robin McKinnon, who's not playing tonight, seated behind him. West Adelaide in front by 3 points at the 21-minute mark of this quarter.
Gee, doesn't that Storer look like Robin McKinnon? Both of them very short and dark. Both of them top footballers. 8-6 to 7-9. Throw in on the half-forward right flank. We've had full time. That is 21 minutes. Just time on to go in the third quarter. West Adelaide by 3 points. They came from a 9-point deficit at half-time, but they've got last use of the breeze. This is their last use of the breeze. 8-6 plays 7-9.
And there's a shot of the crowd, and it is a good crowd tonight. Great conditions for football. And we're seeing a top game. Craig Ebert ran himself into trouble, but managed to kick forward. Bradley Ryan fists it clear of David Hines. He wants to claim the mark, but there will have to be a throw-in, no doubt about that.
Everything set for a really good finish in the final quarter. I don't think the breeze is all that strong. What there is of it is going across the ground. Boyd to the half-forward line, or almost centre wing it is, and it's taken there by Dreher. He plays on quickly, a long kick with the left leg up towards the half-forward line. Shaw can't. Rosser reads it well, drives in. No one home for West Adelaide. David Harvey searching for it. He drops it, but gets a good sip, and off he goes. Well, this could be John Simpson, in actual fact. It is. Simpson drives out to the half-back line, and there the ball will go out of play. 8-6 to 7-9.
Well, the game that follows, of course, is going to be a great clash between Central District and Glenelg. And there's the Tiger coach, Graham Corns, watching this game with great interest, I would think, because their encounters with Port Adelaide and West Adelaide this year will be a highlight of the 87 season. Craig Williams under pressure, gets a lovely handball. In the finish, it was just a little bit short for its target. It went to the feet of Tony Burgess, and he couldn't control it. And there'll be a bounce at half-forward left. Must be very close to siren time. West Adelaide in front by 3 points. It's been a very good quarter of football. Thrust and parry. Port Adelaide got the first 2 goals and established a handy lead, but since then, West Adelaide have fought back strongly. Ginniver playing much better tonight, puts it towards half-forward. The mark may have been paid to Hines, but umpire Crace didn't see it that way. The kick forward by Herbert is at centre half-forward. Lamb, head down, tries to go through the pack. In the way was John Harvey. There's Lamb doing a lot of work again at the bottom of the pack. And a free kick has been paid, or I think it may be. It's going to be to West Adelaide's Clayton Lamb. And I think umpire Schramm indicated that was for a high tackle. And Clayton Lamb, close to siren time, has the chance with his 8th kick to post West Adelaide's 9th goal. He's had 7 handballs as well, Clayton Lamb, in a top performance. Lamb, vital shot this one. He's already kicked one in this term. This would establish a 9-point lead if he can do it. Taking a long time over it. Distance not a problem. And it's a goal.
Monday night, things don't look too rosy for René, and the Gestapo embraces a plan to go undercover.
2 German officers are coming to your room. Pigs!
The riotous new series, Hello, Hello, 9:30 Monday on 7.
West Adelaide building a platform, although not very high at the moment. At least they've got a 9-point advantage, and their play in the last 10 minutes suggests that they're going to take this right up to Port Adelaide in the final quarter. Malcolm in opposition to Lum. Malcolm gets the tap away, but it went straight to the opposition player, and it's forced now down to Cantalafis. He goes out wide. In actual fact, it was Boyd who kicked it into attack. The umpire has seen a kick out there, or a free kick, and it's going the way of West Adelaide for a push in the back, and that's to be taken by Forster. Forster playing against his former club. They got him from Port Adelaide, in turn from Port Pirie. Hooks the ball in towards the half-forward line. Big leap there, not successful. Harvey against Larkins. Players go in hard. Winter there. Toomey. For Port Adelaide, it is 32, George Fiarchi. There's the siren. A happy Port Adelaide supporter, even though her team is down 9 points at three-quarter time. 9-6 West Adelaide, Port Adelaide 7-9. David, where do you think Port Adelaide... Well, West Adelaide started to get in top in that last 10 minutes.
Well, it came definitely out of the centre and their running players, and Clayton Lamb, of course, and then Neville Shaw with his little burst, booting a couple of goals, and it was good football by West Adelaide. They'd lost the initiative early, they'd lost momentum early in that term, but they regained it late in the quarter, and now they've established a 9-point lead at three-quarter time.
More great action continues on 7 Sport in just a moment.
Now your bathroom mate. New tub, tile and toilet loves the jobs you hate. He foams up fast, then rinses cleanly to spotless surface and a soap-free sheen. Tub, tile and toilet gets 3 jobs done. Kills germs in the loo, and that's just 1. Then he moves on through to the bathroom grind. Makes a fresh, clean smell in the shortest time. New tub, tile and toilet makes the bathroom clean with a safe, non-caustic, scratch-free sheen. Mr. Muscles, now your bathroom mate. New tub, tile and toilet loves the jobs you hate.
Knockout.
Leave it to me, girls. 3 lunchtime pan pizzas, thanks. Ham and pineapple for the girls. Supreme for me. Salads all round. Oh, I don't expect to pay more than $4.25 each. And if the pizzas aren't here in 10 minutes, I'm not going to pay for them at all.
Yes, sir.
Pizza Hut lunchtime pan pizzas, served with a spectacular salad, all for just $4.25. And if the pizzas aren't served in 10 minutes, they're free.
You only just made it.
Yes, sir.
Lunchtime pan pizzas, served in 10 or they're free.
It's rained every day since we moved in.
Cheer up. 6 months from now, you'll love it down here.
It's lonely at first moving into state.
To say how much I care, I just call to say I miss you.
Hello, Vanessa. Hi, it's a crazy day. Oh, it's so good to hear your voice. Oh, you're thinking about us. Where are you? What are you...
This is one way to look at a Mars bar. This is another. Full cream dairy milk, natural cane sugar, glucose from wheat, and thick, thick milk chocolate. So as your next Mars disappears from view, remember, it's all the sustaining goodness in a Mars that helps you work, rest, and play.
2 of Hollywood's greatest stars feature in our premiere movie this Sunday night on 7.
We're a team. Yeah, he's like a credit card. I never leave home without him.
Bob Hope and Academy Award winner Don Amici are hot on the trail of a killer in a masterpiece of murder.
Yeah, and I bet it wasn't the hors d'oeuvres.
So if you have a taste for mystery and murder spiced with comedy, this one's for you.
You quenched my fender. Oh, not to worry. I saved the other 3.
Along the way, they meet the nicest of people and prove that together they're
dynamite.
Say, this is getting interesting.
For the first time on television, a masterpiece of murder, 8:30 Sunday on 7.
A picture there of the ever-stressed John Carl, coach of the West Adelaide side. Three-quarter time here at Football Park, and I can tell you conditions are very good indeed. About 17 degrees, the winds are from the west at about 15 kilometres per hour. Outlook light showers, overnight minimum 13 degrees. The scores so far, it's been a very interesting game, a very tight game in fact, with perhaps the breeze having a bit to do with proceedings. 7-9 at the moment, Port Adelaide trailing the Bloods 9-6. The Bloods got back into the game that quarter. Smith has booted 2 for Port Adelaide, Toomey 3 for West Adelaide. Graham Campbell, we saw Martin Leslie move to centre-half forward that quarter and Greg Phillips down to centre-half back. Well, is that a sign of things to come?
It's so easy to do, isn't it, Peter, because they can both play either spot with accomplishment. Listen, there's a breeze on here tonight, a real breeze, and I think Port can get out of this one. But I just asked John Carr what the breeze is worth. He said nothing. So he reckons they're going to win, obviously, but I think Port might just sneak in.
Gee, I tell you what, he's not bad with the weather, Graham Campbell. I think Keith Martin's under pressure for his job. Commentators are at the ready. 4th quarter about to start. Ian Day, David Darcy.
The Bloods by 9 points as we pick up the final quarter. It's going to be a ripper, a typical Port West Adelaide battle, a struggle. Ebert can't, going through Harrison, hooked around the corner, and the ball going towards the line. It'll be a throw-in on the outer side, or will it? No, just kept in play. Ginnivan with a chance if he can get there, but the umpire has seen a free kick, and it's going the way of Port Adelaide. It must have been an FAD from the previous kick, because Ginnivan's going to get at the attack side of centre wing. Kick number 14 to Ginnivan, who's one of Port Adelaide's best players for sure. West Adelaide player just being asked to come back on the mark. Now Ginniver goes forward, puts it up for Smith. He's going to be short. Phillips in the middle, can't do it. Through goes Borlase looking for a free kick. Down go the players in a heap, and the umpire will bounce 30 metres out in front of the Port Adelaide goal.
Still 9 points the difference as umpire Craze puts it down. Russell Ebert. We would be wanting an early goal here to keep them in touch, set them on their way for what he hopes is a win. They've won their first 2 Escort Cups games pretty well. West Adelaide doing their utmost at the moment to keep them out. It's Shane Malcolm up against Hines. Fiacci goes in after it. Malcolm's at the bottom of the pack, but nobody can get a fair advantage, and the umpire will bounce again. John Cale. Well, can they hang on? The instructions obviously would be that it is possible to kick goals into this breeze and to run the ball as much as they can into it. Ginniver's shot for goal has registered the first score in the last quarter. It was a point. Port Adelaide go to 7-10 now, trailing West 9-6.
15 kicks, 7 handballs, Ginniver.
He has played well. The kick is to grandstand side. A big leap there by Hines. Couldn't take the mark. Port Adelaide player there, Arlen Kennedy, not interfered with sufficiently according to the umpire for a free kick. So we'll see a throw in left half forward flank. 2 minutes into the last quarter. A very interesting game of football. Both sides have played it pretty well this evening, and we'll see another throw in almost the identical position.
Throw in, half forward left flank. Malcolm gets the thump away, smothered off the boot of Neville Shaw. Aerial ping pong by Fiacci. In goes Phillips, can't get the ball out, and the umpire will ball it up on the half forward left flank. 9-6 to 7-10, 8 points the difference. West by 7 points at quarter time, Port by 9 at half time, West by 9 at three-quarter time, and the struggle goes on. Cantalaftis read it well. An awkward kick away. Gee, that could be dangerous. Harrison against Storer. The Storer got the favourable bounce. Oh, the kick is the shocker. Higher than longer. No one could pull it down. In comes Ebert. Kicks in long. Gee, that's a better kick right up towards Smith. Setting himself 1-2. Grabs Whitwer at the back. Through goes. Oh, should still play on. No, the umpire said it is out of play as O'Brien tried to slip out the back door.
Throwing in the right forward pocket, 8 points in it. We're 3.5 minutes into the quarter. And there's a Maggie. The handball. Ginniver shoots in towards goal. That could be the one they want. Oh, great goal, Ginniver.
M&M's milk chocolates. Delicious full cream milk chocolate, covered with a crisp, colourful shell. And now a new M&M's. M&M's milk chocolate with peanuts. Whole, fresh roasted peanuts smothered in milk chocolate, then covered with that crisp, colourful M&M shell. M&M's milk chocolates and milk chocolate with peanuts. The milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
2 points in it. Port Adelaide trailing the Bloods. 4 minutes into this last quarter. We can tell you that 12 of the 17 goals this evening have been kicked to the northern end. Courtesy of Ian Day for that information. So Port are going to the northern end, so the averages indicate that Port Adelaide is favoured by the scoring end. That's the Breeze favoured end. The ball comes out towards Phillips, wider in fact towards the West Adelaide player there and Forster. Port Adelaide players everywhere. Fiacci, a couple of them got bowled over. Curtis goes long towards centre half forward. No one at home though. Johnny Cantalaftis takes a safe mark.
5 minutes gone last quarter. Cantalaftis out wide. That's well put. Taken over there by Harbinson, who elects to play on long to the half forward line. Peter Winter playing up there now, having started in the back line. Takes the mark, kicks forward towards the half forward line. Store is going to run a dead heat with Leslie. Ball forced out there to Hutton, back to Leslie. Leslie off the half back line, puts out the pass, intercepted Winter. With him is Johnson, throws out a handball. Grusser shows pace, puts out the pass now, finds on the half-forward line Williams. Williams has got Larkins free if he wants him. Larkins in the left forward pocket, no one on him. Has a bounce 35 metres out, puts it in the air, a chance. Toomey just touched and off the fingers, goes through for the minor score, West Adelaide.
9-7 the Bloods, 8-10 Port Adelaide, 3 points the difference. Coming up on 6 minutes into the quarter. Curtis takes the kick in, comes grandstand side, or a little push out there. Must be a free kick. And Neville Shaw will take it. His third quarter was his best. This is his 13th kick. So it's been a worthwhile contribution. Big pack of players. Port Adelaide man in front, but Toomey at the back snares it, hooks into towards goal. He's offline. They need goals at the moment into the breeze. They can only manage points. They're 9-8. Port Adelaide are 8-10.
Toomey has booted 2 in this game. 1 in the second, 1 in the third. As David Harvey kicks off to grandstand side. Punch away from Malcolm there. Arlen Kennedy over the top of his head. John Harvey couldn't get near it. Carl Herbert. A chance now for Forster. It's a good-looking kick initially, but it just swayed off with the breeze for another point. So West Adelaide showing clearly that you can score at that southern end. 8-10 Port Adelaide. 9-8, 9-9 in fact the Bloods. The difference 5 points.
The kick in by David Harvey. Nice looking kick to the outer side. Johnson intercepted, however. Malcolm puts out a pass back in towards Williams. He's got it, plays on quickly. Larkins into the open goal, can't miss. Goal number 3, West 10th.
Modern Motor Magazine's Car of the Year award has been won by 6-cylinder Nissan Skyline. 48 of Australia's most respected motoring journalists voted on over 50 cars released in 1986. Skyline won on performance, finish and pure value for money. Skyline proves you can still buy Australian-built quality. Drive Australia's Car of the Year at your Nissan dealer now.
Come and drive. Nissan know how.
Escort Cup live on 7 Sport. West Adelaide now in front by 11 points after that goal by Larkins. He's third for the evening, Trevor Larkins. Good contribution from him as well. Port Adelaide have made the switch. Greg Phillips has gone back to centre half forward and Leslie is playing at centre half back again, but West Adelaide are into attack. Chance for Winter, almost run down. Oh, Craig Williams out in front. Peter Winter with a huge grin on his face. Obviously the ball wasn't intended there, but Williams was in the right spot. And now the chance to boot West Adelaide even further in front. He's only 30 metres out, 45-degree angle, drop punt is gone close, but it's gone the wrong side of the post. A point only. 10-10 then West, lead by 2 clear goals.
Well, they needed that. Well, both sides need anything they can get, obviously, but a chance gone missing as David Harvey goes down the centre to John Harvey. Didn't mark the ball, but he's on top of it now. The big pack in there, and the umpire will bounce it. Attack side of centre for the West Adelaide side. Port player warming up there. It looks like Stringer. Paul Stringer. Russell Johnston got the tap away. David Hutton goes in long. Here's a chance for the Magpies. No, the umpire is indicating a push in the back against O'Brien. Not a big one, but it was there. West Adelaide clear. Albertson couldn't mark. Hines got a handball clear. Here's a chance for the Magpies. Boyd's a very good kick, particularly on the run, but it sways just offline. A point, Port Adelaide. 8-11, the Bloods 10-10.
Turning into a real ripper game. Still anyone's match. Whitwer goes out wide. Oh, Toomey's well out there if the ball will sit for him. It's 2-on-1 against O'Brien, who took care of Toomey. Port Adelaide good defence. Toomey again. The handball back now is taken there by Shaw. Goes to the half-forward line. Winter elects to play on. Williams will need running support. He comes back in field, setting himself for West Adelaide there and taking his Burgess. What's he doing up the forward line? Lamb, he's going to get run down. Burgess again, he's run down. Great defensive work, Port Adelaide. Kirkland gets it across. Johnson booms it out, but it's not well directed. And Forster takes it at centre wing.
West Adelaide will go back into attack. The handball to Harvinson. Now Herbert towards half forward, but off. Good diving mark in the way was Craig Ebert. Ebert missed Leslie. Gives a chance for Herbert again. Out wide to Grosser. There's a man on his own in the pocket. Williams it is. Oh, good defensive work by Simpson, however. Bagger comes to Simpson. He was led, not seen. But Port Adelaide are going to get out of trouble. No, they're not. Oh, should have been a hold in the ball. Wasn't paid. Finally, the kick comes into the square. Williams, a high tackle. He's going to get it free. Oh, a comedy of errors there. It started in the pocket with Craig Williams. He had a great opportunity there. And this is the free that was paid. Slight over the shoulder, but gee, there were 4 or 5 free kicks before that.
Yeah, Daryl Schramm was unlucky there. He let Port Adelaide play on to advantage, and all of a sudden his player ran straight. He stopped and then got pinged. He should have been holding the ball.
Monday night, the brutal abduction of a teenage girl.
She's out there somewhere in this city. She's in terrible trouble and she needs our help.
She'll get it. And McCall faces his toughest assignment. The Equaliser, 8:30 Monday on 7.
Well, there's the man that booted the goal after that comedy of errors, but there's no doubt the free kick was there. Watch it, that was clearly over the shoulder, but Ian Day's comment was spot on. He was trying to do the right thing by Port Adelaide to play to advantage, but the lad Stringer just couldn't get boot to ball. Russell Johnson, the Port Adelaide captain. Shane Malcolm there for West Adelaide. You're watching the action live on 7 Sport, coming to you from Football Park. Tremendous game of football. Intense right from the word go as Carl Herbert gets it away. The Bloods finishing better than Port Adelaide. John Harvey, a quick kick away, hugs the boundary line, and Dreer will let it go over. So there it is. 11-10 the Bloods, the Magpies 8-11. 12.5 minutes into the last quarter. And Daisy, Port Adelaide, are they gone, or do you think they can still get back into it?
Peter, Port Adelaide is never gone, so I'd never be brave enough to say that, but definitely they're pushing wind uphill from here, I can tell you. West Adelaide's into attack again. Neville Shaw, he's had a good one. Booted 2 in the third quarter that were pretty important goals. In there goes Toomey, but Curtis had a fine game, holds ground well and plays out to the outer side. Drives long, ball coming over towards Storer. He'll need help from there, although he got on the left leg. He doesn't kick all that well. Every kick he's had, I think, has gone straight up and down. On that occasion, it was taken there by Hines, it was. Johnson gets out the handball. Port Adelaide a chance to run now. Ginniver gets it out. Cantalaftis comes, tries to cut him off at the pass. Through goes Curtis there. He's come up from the back line. Desperate defence by West Adelaide. In goes Borlays. Cantalaftis cool. Whips out the long handball. West Adelaide gets out of it through Grosser. Clear at centre wing is Clayton Lamb. He'll need running support. He gets it. Whitwer coming up. Not Whitwer. It is Whitwer up towards the half-forward line, and it's taken there by Toomey. Toomey's got it 45, 50 metres out and can kick the ball long. 10th kick. Nice looking kick. It's struggling for distance. Can they shepherd it through? What's the result? I think it's a goal. Third goal, Toomey. West Adelaide with a big advantage. 12-10 to 8-11. Great action on 7 Sport.
Oh, a fine piece of football that by West Adelaide. They created the loose man. I thought for a moment that Clayton Lamb had gone too far in, but the run was there from Whitwer. The kick was a good one to Toomey, and he's gold. And West Adelaide are running away with this game now. They've gone to a 23-point lead at the 14.5-minute mark of the last quarter.
Port Adelaide about to make a change now. Can they get back into it? As Ian Day said, they're never down, they're never out. David Hutton ran straight across the West Adelaide player, but there was an infringement before that. John Harvey interfered with. 8-11, West Adelaide, 12-10. Port Adelaide need to score, and quickly. Don't know that they'll do much with that, because Shane Malcolm cuts them off with a good interception at the centre-half back area. 23 points in it. That's a free kick going to West Adelaide. Clayton Lamb played extremely well. 10 kicks, Clayton Lamb. Would be pretty close to best player on the ground. Rarely wastes an opportunity, and on this occasion he gave it to Neville Shaw, who passed it off to Harbinson. Merv Harbinson, as we suggested last week, he played very well. It's his 13th kick. Craig Williams comes out on a long lead from full forward, but across the line it goes. Right half forward flank, West Adelaide leading by 23 points.
Free kicks, West Adelaide 19, Port Adelaide 17. Not a great deal in it there. A throw in inside the half forward line. Johnson tries to get it back. Winter, an acrobatic kick that doesn't go anywhere in particular. Williams, or duck the chutney, gets out a kick now. Toomey, if he can stop it before it gets to the line. One to beat, shrugs off the tackle into the open goal. Oh, the umpire, where's that gone? It's gone straight across the ground. That's an unbelievable kick. He missed from point blank range. I think he had a cerebral meltdown.
He's still standing in the goal square. He's just walking now. He wasn't impressed with it.
Throw in. Williams at the back. Phillips had a quiet one. Throws it out now. Stringer off. Tall, lanky young man drives towards half forward and finds Borlase. Port will need to get a hurry on. Carl Herbert's come off the ground. Port Adelaide are making a change also. Young Brown's on and Fiacci's off. West go forward again. They're playing very good possession football. Herbert looks to be in trouble with a shoulder or an arm in that area. Towards centre half forward. Here's a chance for West Adelaide. Larkin's on the end of the handball. He's just got clear. He's run an awful long way, but he's gone to goal and hit the post. Oh, he's only 15 metres out. He ran an awful long distance. And there's Carl Herbert, and that'll be a shame if there's real damage there. It doesn't look good at the moment, Peter.
He seems to be injury prone. Most unfortunate for the lad because he's a very good player. Russell Johnston to Simpson. Long to centre wing. A big thump away comes there, but snaring it is Harrison. The handball away, not good though. A push in the back. We'll see a free kick go to the West Adelaide player in Burgess. Tony Burgess. Well, the kick just a bit too long for Malcolm. Ebert. Russell Johnston. Ebert again. Phillips is at centre half back. Leslie at centre half forward. Phillips got the kick away. Bradley Ryan's thump away. Only went as far as O'Brien. Here's a chance. Port Adelaide. All they need is a good bounce. There's a definite goal here. Boyd won't miss. He doesn't let them down. His second goal. Port Adelaide back in it now. 9-11. West Adelaide 12-11.
Monday night, will Allison exact vicious revenge on a remorseful Wayne?
It's time Wayne was taught a lesson he'll never forget.
And will an outburst from Beryl have Gordon doubting his son's integrity?
If she's dead, you drove her to it. And now you're trying to pretend you loved her.
Sons and Daughters, 7:30 Monday on 7.
Johnny Cale looking concerned, although he's got 3 straight kicks in favour of his side at the moment. 12-11 to line 11. Johnson at the centre bounce. Can he lift his side to victory? Up until about 10 minutes before the end of the third quarter, it looked all Port Adelaide, but West have had a brilliant time since then. Marlon Kennedy, a high tackle. He'll have to play on quickly. 19 minutes gone, final quarter. Port Adelaide need him in a hurry. Smith can't. Here's at the back quickly now. Baller Hines got it across. Chance now for Leslie if he can raise the legs. Shoots in towards goal. The umpire starts to move the ball offline. And 1 point only to Port Adelaide.
Oh, gee, plenty of excitement. The goal there would have really brought this pretty big crowd to its feet. Only managed a point. Counter-Leftis gets it. The difference now is 17 points. He's asked to play on. Boots West Adelaide out of defence. Towards centre wing. Phillips against Winter. Up in the air she goes. That's an obvious free kick. Greg Phillips will take it. He wanted to get on with it quickly. Gave it to Harrison, but the ball's got to come back over the mark. Ebert, a high kick. Shane Malcolm's got front spot, but he went too far under it. At the back was Harbinson. Ran into trouble. No, he's going to get a free. It was a high tackle that the umpire is indicating, and so Harbinson will get the free. Port Adelaide player and Craig Lum waiting to come on. He would be an obvious replacement for Russell Johnson, who really has played very well tonight, Russell Johnson. Harbinson. 14th kick of the night towards centre wing, and there's the man I was talking about, 5 mark.
Great leader, Russell Johnston. 17 points in it, 3 kicks only. But Port Adelaide falling down here across half forward. They're going to clear it again, the Bloods. This time through Forster. Goss. Got out of that pretty well, actually. Bradley Ryan. Doubles back. Danger. Holding the ball. I think the Port Adelaide players want it pretty badly. I suppose an umpire might have called that technically a high tackle, but I'm glad he didn't, because I don't think the rule is meant to mean that. 11 kicks, John Harvey. Oh, good attempt by Malcolm, but he didn't mark the ball. Ball A's went through hard, so did Harrison. Port Adelaide players everywhere, but the umpire is going to come in and bounce it about 25. No, he's not. It's a free kick to a West Adelaide defender there, and pick him up in a minute. It looks a bit like Ramsey.
Ramsey edges the ball out to the half-back line. We're into time on the final quarter. Port Adelaide need 3 goals, and they need them in a hurry. Down 12-11 to 9-12. Throw in half-forward left flank. Leslie having the strapping taken off. I would think there's a bit of ICE in there too. A heavy knock in that second quarter. Definitely slowed him down. I would think he's got a corky. Smith gets the ball to the half-forward line. Well taken there by Cantalaftis. West Adelaide start the run again. Half-forward line. Goss has got it. Running down is Cantalaftis if he wants him, but he's having one hand held. Goss wants to play on, but time is on West Adelaide's side. Over 22 minutes gone as Goss goes high. Up towards Toomey, got up. Couldn't bring it down. Geneva now. Jams it onto his boot quickly. Half-forward line, go Port Adelaide. But in defence, West too strong again through Burgess.
Burgess boots it back towards centre half-forward. Time really running out now for Port Adelaide. Peter Winter couldn't. Taken off hands by Arlen Kennedy. Stringer belts them back towards centre half-forward. On the ground, it's Ball A's. Darren Smith, opportunity now for David Brown, running into the open goal. Booters, he's hit the post. Crikey, we've seen a couple of posters in the last quarter. One to West Adelaide, and now David Brown rather has even that score. The difference now is 16 points.
Graham Campbell.
Yes, it's not good news for West Adelaide or Carl Herbert. A dislocated shoulder, and that could be anything up to 6 or 7 weeks, I believe. He's not looking good at the moment. I think the shoulder's still popped out, and they've got to take him to hospital to get it put back in. Not good.
Thanks for that, Graham, and gee, that's a tragedy. It really is. He's just dogged by injuries, Carl Herbert, and he's such a good player. Goss from behind, or tried to grab it, but in between his 2 grabs, I think there was a Port Adelaide player who touched it, so it'll be thrown in centre wing. Over the top, Russell Johnston down to Geneva. Well, that went the wrong way, but a bit of luck there as Greg Phillips snared it. Here's a chance now. Lum's on the ground, and he's taken the mark. Oh, Port Adelaide can still win. Lum's got it, 40 metres out. He must kick this goal, and Port Adelaide must then get 2 more. Lum's kick is high. It's just got the distance. So Lum has booted his first. Port Adelaide 10-13 now. The Bloods 12-11.
Yes, Peter, they can still win. I would think there's possibly a minute and a half left, and they need 2 goals to do it. And yet young Brown had a shot a little while ago that hit the aluminium. That one gone through, it would have been very interesting indeed. Geneva's had a fine game. On that occasion, it was a little fortuitous to get it out to Phillips, but Lum on the long lead took the mark and converted. And it's West Adelaide now by 10 points.
Had about 3.5 minutes of time on. Must be very close to siren time. Johnson worked very hard in the middle. So's Geneva. The kick is long towards the square. Here's a chance for Brown. Taps it on. Intercepting, however, Whitwer. West Adelaide will get clear as Whitwer bounces himself down that outer side. He's run an awful long way, but he got it to Malcolm. Well, that's not a good handball. Put Storer under heaps of pressure. Harrison tries to get clear. Now Geneva, he throws it out to Russell Johnson. Back they go. 2 against 1 back here for Port Adelaide. You'll find it's a Port Adelaide mark. Carl, terribly disappointed. He's had a look at the clock. Sees that we've had about 4 minutes. It was Hines in front and O'Brien at the back. And he's got the shot 20 metres out, directly in front. Kick number 8. O'Brien bangs it through. Second goal. And there's only 4 points of difference, Peter. What excitement.
And that was a very good mark. O'Brien's a deceptive player. We noticed last year that he had uncanny ability playing that forward pocket position to kick a lot of goals. He kicked a couple of 5s, and that was a very good mark. A good safe kick for goal. Have a look at that mark. A lot of pressure there, and it was very well done. 4 points, the difference now. The Bloods leading, but not much time to go.
Only seconds remaining. One straight kick, the difference. Can Port Adelaide get out of this? Gets the thump away. Lamb can't. Quickly in now. Goes Forster. West of the half-forward line. It's taken there by Hutton. Port Adelaide still with a chance to run the footy. Hutton goes out wide. Gee, it's open. Slather out there. Boyd goes over centre wing. Port Adelaide into it again. Smith with a chance. Boyd didn't know what to do. Puts out a pass in towards the half-forward line. Brown has got it. The Port Adelaide players, spectators, supporters go wild. A lot of them pretty ones too. John Cale can't believe this. Brown is with the ball. Half-forward right. I think he's too far out, but he's going to put it in awfully close. The kick now going in long, going in high, going to be just short, I think. Oh, who's got it? I think the siren's gone. The players are going to stop. In any case, the siren is gone. And West Adelaide has fallen in this great third-round cup match in the Escort Cup. That is, West Adelaide 12-11 has defeated Port Adelaide 11-13.
Certainly a tremendous finish, and we've had them the last couple of games. Last night, Woodville just beating West Torrens, David, and this game had everything, didn't it? Right from the word go. We thought the wind was going to play a great part in the game, but it didn't, and I'm glad that it didn't.
Well, it certainly was from half-time at least, Peter. Thrust and parry. Really, Port got that early break and in the third quarter and looked as though they were going on with the game, but a great fight back by West Adelaide. And then, of course, Port Adelaide looked down and out halfway through the last quarter, and they just will not give in. And what a great finish it was.
Certainly was. Well, that's the score at the end of the game. West Adelaide have won it 12-11 to Port Adelaide 11-13. We'll have the